Welcome back to Journey of a Ballaholic, the best talk show for basketball addicts. I'm your host, General Hannibal X. Now, on this journey, we're going to be discussing the breaking news that LeBron James has a major ankle injury, and we're going to be giving you the update. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'm a ballaholic. I'm absolutely addicted to basketball. Now, just like everybody, I've got my own opinions. But if you like opinions that are backed by facts, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure that you hit that bell notification. That way YouTube will notify you whenever I drop a new video.
Are you ready?
Okay, man, listen, we got to go ahead and jump right into this video because there's breaking news. As everybody I'm sure has heard by now, LeBron James has a major high ankle sprain injury that's going to keep him out for roughly 3 weeks to 1 month. Now, worst case scenario is if he's out for a month, you're talking about the Lakers possibly being out without LeBron James till mid-April, late April. You talk about maybe only 13, 14 games left in the regular season before they get LeBron James back. But keep in mind, Anthony Davis is dealing with a calf injury himself. So when you're talking about having LeBron James, who's arguably, not arguably, he is the best player in the NBA right now, not having him, that's major. The Lakers have a negative plus minus whenever LeBron James is not on the floor, and that's including when they have Anthony Davis on the court. But right now, Anthony Davis isn't even there. This right here, man, this is major breaking news. As everybody knows, I'm a big-time Laker fan, and when I heard this news, not when I heard the news, when I was watching the game and I saw LeBron James' ankle get rolled on and heard the scream, I mean, the yelling that he did, you can see he was in instant pain. Now, granted, he stayed in the game. He tried to walk it off. He wound up, hitting a corner three. He didn't really come down on that leg when he came on the shot, but you could tell running up and down the court, man, he just wasn't right. Exited the game, never came back in, and he's out, man, for at least 3 weeks. Now, LeBron James is almost like superhuman when it comes to his health, when it comes to his physique. But listen, he's in his 18th season. And any injury is a major injury, especially when you're missing a large chunk of time. Remember, the last time LeBron James missed this amount of time that he's about to miss, that was 2019 when the Lakers didn't even make the playoffs. Now, right now, the Lakers are sitting in the 3rd seed. Things are getting a little rough. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Once again, Anthony Davis is out. LeBron's going to be out. We don't know when either one of these guys will really be back. So now you're sitting here with a 3rd seed, but the 4th, 5th, the 6 seeds are breathing on your neck. Don't listen. The 7th seed is not out of the realm of possibility for the Lakers to fall to. The 8th seed is not out of the realm of possibility. The Lakers gotta get healthy, and they gotta get healthy fast because the Western Conference is deep. Now, do I think that the Lakers will actually fall out of the playoffs? I don't. I don't, because LeBron James is coming back. Anthony Davis will be back. And I think that the Lakers are going to potentially bring on a new face to come and join this Laker dynamic duo at the buyout market. We talked about it in my last one of my previous videos. Possibly an Andre Drummond, maybe some other names that I'm hearing, or possibly a guy like a Hassan Whiteside, maybe a Boogie Cousins, maybe a LaMarcus Aldridge. So they seem to be targeting big men. Why? Well, the big man Damian Jones, who's on 2 10-day contracts, they decided to let him go. So as you saw last night against the Phoenix Suns, they went with the unorthodox small ball lineup with Markieff Morris at the 5. That's not something that's going to be sustainable for a long term. Now, the starting center has been Marc Gasol. As we know, he's also been out dealing with the COVID protocols. So when you got this whole situation, man, no Gasol, no LeBron, no Anthony Davis, the Lakers look like an absolute mess right now. But here's some keys and some of the signs that I think, I'm not necessarily too worried. I'm worried, but not too worried. See, to me, this youth and this depth, this is one of the things that I think is going to really catapult this Laker team, even without LeBron and Anthony Davis. Now, granted, I'm not expecting them to, stay in the 3rd seed where they currently are, and I'm not even expecting them to rise in the standings. Listen, when you lose the best player in the game and the best duo in the game, you're going to take a drop off. But one of the things that the Lakers have done consistently all season, even without Anthony Davis, they play top-notch defense. So I expect guys like Dennis Schroeder, who right now has stepped into their ring of fire as the best player on this Lakers team. Montrezl Harrell, these guys like 1A, 1B. These guys here, they compete. They give it all. They diving on the floor for loose balls. They're hustling. They're taking charges. I like what these two guys can give us. Now we're going to see them in larger roles, and there's going to be a larger weight on their shoulders, but I think they'll be able to handle the weight in the short term. But the key, here are the two keys for me. Kyle Kuzma, he's been inefficient as a scorer, but he's played much better this year, doing other things, rebounding, defending, being able to hit open shots. This is a moment for Kyle Kuzma. But for me, the biggest person who I think is going to take a huge jump, that's Taylor Horton-Tucker, man. This young kid right here, I think he's got special written all over him. Now, I'm not saying he's a superstar or, an all-star level player. Clearly, he's not. But for a young, talented player, I'm going to tell you who he reminds me of. He reminds me of a rookie, not a veteran, a rookie, Kobe Bean Bryant. This young kid's ability to attack the paint, to play angles, to be able to get into the teeth of the defense, to use English with his layups, his reverses, his step back followaways, jumpers. He competes with his long wingspan on the defensive end. I like what I see from this young man. I've been saying since the preseason, when he balled out in the preseason, watch out for Taylor Horton-Tucker. And he's having his best year yet. He's earned rotation minutes in this Laker roster. So now it's going to be real interesting that he's going to be arguably their third sometimes, and fourth leading scorer. It's going to be real interesting to see how consistent he can be. He had 17 points last night in the loss to the Phoenix Suns, which, listen, the last two losses for the Lakers, they lost to the Atlanta Hawks, who are currently on an 8-game win streak, and they lost to the Phoenix Suns on the road, who currently have the second best record in the Western Conference. Not too shabby. But tomorrow they got the New Orleans Pelicans. That's going to be real interesting because the Pelicans come with a big boy beef lineup up front. Steven Adams, a man. Zion Williamson, a man. These two guys are going to be real interesting to see how Frank Vogel handles this lineup because, once again, you got to remember, Marc Gasol is out. Still under this, the whole 19 protocol, right? And so you have him out. Anthony Davis is not there to man the front court. The buyout market hasn't come. The trade deadline isn't until Thursday. After Thursday, you'll start seeing names getting bought out, and that's where the Lakers will be one of the top destinations. But until then, you got to hold the fort down until help comes, and you get some help from the buyout market, and you get some help from when Anthony Davis comes back, and then probably about a month from now, you get LeBron James back. And this could be a blessing in disguise. I'm going to tell you why. You got to find, the silver lining in things. This could actually end up being a blessing in disguise because even though the Lakers are going to fall down the standings, and I think they'll probably fall no lower than 7th. I think the 7th seed will probably be the lowest that we'll see the Lakers fall. But this is why it could be a blessing in disguise. You'll have Anthony Davis and LeBron James rested. They would then be healthy. And you still have about 14 games to knock off the rust, to get that chemistry going with whatever lineup that you're going to have going into the playoffs. We saw last year in the bubble, they needed 8 games to kind of shake that rust off before the playoffs came, and they turned it on and took it to another level. 14 games to end the regular season, I think could be enough for them to get the two best dynamic duo in the game back healthy, rested, and ready to make a run to try to repeat as NBA champion. Listen, let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about LeBron James' injury, the Anthony Davis injury, the potential buyout market? What do you think about this Lakers potential? Listen, until next time, make sure that you all stay safe in the streets. General Hannibal X, I'm out. Peace.